Welcome to day 30 of learning Python. In this video, we are going to learn about list methods. In the last video, we saw that basics of list. In this video, we are going to understand the list methods and why list methods are important. So let's start by creating a file .py. Okay. Let's say I have list here. Okay, I have created a list and I'm going to show you some of the method we have in list. So any method that we run on list will change the original list. So far we know that list are mutable data types, order collections, and I have stored few marks here in the list, and I am going to show you some of the method we have in the list. So any method we run on list will change the original list. That means if I run method like marks dot append, okay, before that I will just try to print marks so that we'll have the clear picture. Okay, not creating the list. Can see that list are printed, and as I mentioned, if I mention like marks dot append, and if I say I will mention 63 here, this method will change the original list such that 63 appended in the original list. So if I run this, okay, I have to print the mark afterwards, right? Yeah, if you see that the list are added with the 63 marks. I will just mention for the info. This will change the original list. Okay, you can what exactly happened when I typed append. So by doing something like marks.append 63, I am actually appending 63 at the end of the list. I can also write like other methods, something like other than appending. For example, maybe we can use the pop one. If I mention dot pop, marks.pop will remove the last element from the list, which is 7 here. If I comment out this part and if I mention like this, if I try to run, you can see that 7 is removed from the list. The last element will be removed from the list using pop. The best part about ID is that you can do something like if I show marks, if I type dot, you will see that all the option or methods you can use with the list. There are many, you can see that. And another good part is that you can actually read about the function. If I selected pop, remove and return item at the index default list, the pop will remove the item at the item at the index at the end. So it will explain whatever the function. That's the good part, I can say. So if I randomly select insert, you can see that insert object from the before index. If I take another example, maybe extra, I created another list, and if I try to use extend function, and if I try to use extend function, you can see that what extend will do, extend list by appending the element from the iterable. So if I try this one and I want to add the extra marks, and if I so basically extend will take another list as an input and it will append all the elements to the end of the list. So let's say I have something like extra underscore marks. This is another list which have 53, 23 and 32 as the elements, and if I do something like marks dot extend, and I can actually give the name of the variable extra underscore marks. All these elements will be appended at the original marks list when I mention extend. So let's see in them action. You can see that 5 to 21, 5, 23, 5. After that, 53, 23, and 32 is printed. You can say that where is 7? It was removed from the pop. To give the clear info, I will just comment out this part and I will try to run again. Now you can see that 7 also there now. the two list got added using extend. So these are all the list method you can use in Python. You can explore other list methods also. There are many, as I showed. When you click the variable name, and you can see that there are many methods you can play with, and I strongly encourage you to try these things and explore. You don't have to try the underscore one, that is something related to object oriented programming. You can explore till here, till reverse maybe. Okay, let's talk about list comprehension. What exactly list comprehensions? Let's say you are presented with a problem, and the problem is to create a list containing table of 5. Let's say you say, I will mention a equal to 5, and we need a table, right? So I will just mention square bracket. Then I will use the for loop. For I in range, I need 1 to 10 means then I have to add 1 to 11. Okay, I have to go inside the loop. Then table dot append, so that it will be adding the number till I reaches, I reaches its range, and I'm going to print the table. Okay, printing should be outside. So what's exactly happening here? So this is a table with the empty list, so that it will be adding the numbers from range 1 to 10. It will start from a equal to 5. So this for loop will be running for I is equal to 1 all the way till 10. And in this case, table will append initially with the 5 multiplied by 1, which is 5. Then with the 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10. Like that it will go on. So if I run this, you can see that 5, 10, 15, 5 table is printed here. So initially the table was empty, but for loop will populate this list with the 5 table. Okay, and this is how we can create a list containing table of 5. But the thing is, this method is very long. There is a shortcut in Python which is using list comprehensions. This method also have good readability, but you can also use alternative method like list comprehensions. Let's see how we can create these 5 lines of code in a single line. So I will just comment out this part, and I will mention table equal to 5 into I for I in range of 1 comma 11. Okay, so what you did here is, you can write the list compression in single line with the square bracket, that is again list, and then you say I want to 5 multiplied by I. So you are saying I want to 5 multiplied by I for the I in range. Then you can do something like, I have added I 2 times here. Then something like 1 comma 11, like we saw in the earlier, that is 1 into 1 to 10 range. This is a shortcut of saying this whole thing. Okay, let's try to print the table. You can see that the table is printed 5, 10, 15, 25, and go on. So all this we did in 4 line of code, we did in single line or 2 line, we can say. This is a advantage of list compression. This have good readability. This one little, it will take some time. Once you get used to it, it will be easy. But some people insist using the syntax because it can be extended. You can always add more line for this loop. But here it will be little difficult to add more lines. But if you know about list comprehensions, it's easy to create. I hope you are able to understand list comprehension. That's all for this video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos.